relaying for K27 vehicles unoccupied. He could not see the campground. He's recommending a drone.
1K9 over homicide, you've been 911, all call.
And a very poor signal, go ahead. And I believe that the vehicle is unoccupied. Can I confirm you secured the truck and working your way towards the water?
True crime audio.
K27, for information, there is a Frank
True crime
for
audio.
Decker. It's confirmed. It's just entered.
Come to our location. We have some from Plunder.
K25, I copy, activate SWAT and PC for merger. K6, copy. One NGPD detectives need a phone call as soon as possible.
Okay, yes, that was police audio out in Washington when they discovered the truck of Travis Decker, and unfortunately, they discovered his 3 daughters not alive. Oh, this case is horrible. You'll get to listen to all the dispatch audio I've found thus far, about 10 minutes worth. I've been, going for hours and hours and hours today, just trying to pull out the important things related to this case. It is so sad. So today is Tuesday, June 3rd, and I started following this case yesterday, Monday, June 2nd, or the day prior. No, it was Monday. And I was leaving open police department's Facebook and Whitney Decker. She's the mom. God, I'm praying for her. Boy, just losing all 3 daughters at the hands of her mentally disturbed ex-husband. I was looking for their divorce papers. I couldn't find them yet, but as I understand it, he's ex-military Travis C. Decker, and that's Travis Caleb Decker. So yeah, they're out of Washington. Wenatchee, I believe is the way you pronounce it. And oh my goodness, I looked at their photos of their beautiful home. Well, he was homeless, so I'm assuming, I don't know what happened there, but it's so sad. So authorities are still looking for him. As of this filming, authorities are still looking for this man, and they're warning, he's military trained. He knows how to do a lot of things. He's considered potentially armed and dangerous. So don't, rush up to him or try and take him out yourself or whatever, because they think he's dangerous. So this is the point where you're listening to the audio I've played where they discovered his white 2017 GMC Sierra pickup truck, Washington license plate D20165C. So this is how it all began, basically Friday. These beautiful Decker children, these 3 gorgeous girls. Peyton, she's 9. Evelyn, she's 8. Olivia, she's 5. So they were last seen on Friday, May 30th, around 5 p.m. in Wenatchee, Washington, going off for, I guess, a court-appointed visitation with their dad. Initially, they were considered at risk and unable to return home without assistance. And once I saw Whitney Decker, their mom, she wrote an eloquent Facebook post with, just the facts, and I kept her page open just yesterday because I wanted to see updates, and, part of me was so hopeful, like, yeah, he's just being a jerk. Maybe he's just keeping the girls longer than he should, and then he'll, be found with them or he'll return them. No, it didn't happen that way. And the stuff I heard from the dispatch audio is scary to me. It's making me think.
And a very poor signal, go ahead.
1K48, 1646.
Plunder.
And I believe the vehicle is unoccupied.
26 Overcom. They probably have better access coming in from Westwood. It's kind of narrow in here.
Received.
Can I confirm you secured the truck and working your way towards the water? K27, for information, there is a Frank for Decker. It's confirmed. It's just entered.
Come to our location. We have some from Plunder.
Plunder.
25, I copy, activate SWAT
Audio.
and PC for murder.
You can hear the point where they're talking about the probable cause affidavit being issued. I've already called Washington asking for it. I'll get to that later. And they knew it was for murder. And then they talk about, have you gone towards the bridge, towards the water? Once you're sure, his truck is unoccupied, secure, have you gone towards the water? And obviously in this point, they don't say stuff outright. They're trying to be coy in this dispatch audio. They know because we're listening, we're trying to get info. So many people have been listening and following this case, hoping the girls would be found. Now I'm just hoping Travis is found and brought to justice. I'm surprised he didn't take himself out with the girls. He's almost like a Chris Watts type, in my opinion, getting rid of his 3 beautiful, blessed children. But in this instance, he just had the gall to not only get rid of them, but leave his wife, his ex-wife, his estranged wife alive just to cause her immense pain. He, as I understand it, hasn't been found yet. It's not like he was found right there where the girls were found in Rock Island Campground in Chelan County. I think it's called Chelan County, Washington. So anyway, they were reported missing Friday, May 30th, around 5 p.m. Considered at risk. So the nation started paying attention to this because it's like, whoa, 3 sisters, all of them missing, their dad not obviously right in the head. And I could see if it's him, I saw, tattoos, I was looking through so much stuff. It looks like he had a what would Jesus do? And I saw other photos where he's tatted up, and those can help people just discover him and uncover him if he's not in his GMC pickup. I don't know if he's switched, cars, vehicles, if he's on foot, if he's running in the woods somewhere. Anyway, that went down Friday. They were missing. Their dad was supposed to drop them off. He didn't. Now, yesterday, Monday, before 5 p.m., their dad was wanted for murder, as you could hear on the dispatch audio. So we know that the girls were discovered, and they don't come out right and say, oh, there they are, because they know the media's listening, people are listening. They don't want folks rushing there. In fact, they didn't cancel the alert on the girls until late last night. Well, not too late, around 8:12 p.m. last night, Tuesday, which is all the way 11:12 p.m. here on the East Coast. So they visited their father, and from what I can understand, unfortunately, they were found deceased. The location of where they were found is more than 1 hour away from their beautiful home, the address I could find attributable to their mom. They were found all the way out at the Rock Island Campground. So it started Friday, May 30th. Again, it was late, 9:45 p.m. This Wenatchee Police Department, they got a call from Whitney Decker. She reported that the father of the 3 young girls just didn't return them. It was a custody visit. I can't imagine parents who have to do this, have to turn over their children to a co-parent who they know isn't stable or could be dangerous, but they have to abide by what the court is saying to do. So a missing endangered person alert was issued for those 3 girls, 5, 8, and 9, and their dad, 32-year-old Travis Decker. Some people are wondering, okay, why wasn't an Amber Alert issued? And, there's arguments about whether they should have done that or not. Would it have made a difference? I don't know. This dispatch audio, it scares me when it talks about, okay, the truck is unoccupied. Have you made your way towards the water? So I'm thinking, did he put the girls in the water? And I don't know yet. We don't have many details. According to Washington police, they told me they probably won't issue. They have the missing persons report stuff, and the Chelan County Sheriff's Office has the probable cause affidavit. His arrest report, hopefully they'll be able to arrest him, take him in. Anyway, if they can find him, if he's still alive. But that stuff likely won't be released because the case is still being investigated. Of course, they're still trying to find Travis. But reports are calling him mentally unstable. So that's what he is. That's who they were last seen with. So he's been charged with 3 counts of first-degree murder and first-degree kidnapping. I found his case information and everything. So they're saying, okay, we don't know if he's armed or not yet, but he could be risky to approach him. And they say he is homeless. He's known to stay just at hotels, campgrounds and stuff, and it is his ex-wife. She was really worried quote, because he has really struggled since he left the military. His mental health can be hard sometimes. That's what she told KIRO7. So that's hard to, like, knowing he's a veteran and knowing, was it the things he saw in war that just caused this mental health trouble? You want to feel empathy for the whole situation. You don't want to feel empathy for a man who would harm his children. It's like, I don't know who to blame. Do you blame the courts? I'm sure the mom was warning them. No, like, I'm sure this mom was probably like, he can't have any unsupervised visits with these girls. He has problems. I'm not trying to, keep the girls away from him. These are the things I imagine, but to me, it's sad. I want to have empathy for, the time he serving our country, but it's so sad that it turned out like this, where he would turn his ire on his ex-wife to the point where he would take out his own children. And I keep thinking, imagine how scared those girls must have been. However he did it, it just reminds me of, when Bella Watts was saying, "Daddy, no," or "Are you going to do to me what you did to Cece?" And you think about one of them watching potentially what he did to the other two, and it gets to be too much. Anyway, by Saturday 31st, Whitney Decker had written this Facebook post. Actually, that might have been the day I first heard about it, because her Facebook post might have started to go viral. But she wrote, "Last night at 8 p.m., Travis was supposed to drop off the girls, back off with me, and never showed. The cops have him going north out of Wenatchee at 5:41 p.m. So they had the flock cameras. They caught him, just on photo. If you could please all keep an eye out for him. His phone is off, and every hotel in Wenatchee and East Wenatchee have been checked." So she had to feel just complete panic. So they told us about Peyton, 4'8", 80 pounds, brown hair, brown eyes. She was wearing a blue shirt, purple shorts, pink Nike sneakers. Evelyn, 4'4", 50 pounds, blonde hair, brown eyes. Olivia, 4'2", also 50 pounds, blonde hair and brown eyes. Olivia was last seen wearing coral or pink shirt. They didn't know Evelyn's clothing. It does say that Washington State Patrol was contacted on Friday with a request for an Amber Alert and said the situation did not meet the required criteria. Now I'm wondering, would that have made a difference? If they could have gotten an Amber Alert out Friday, would more people have seen it? Would he have been captured in time to save the girls? That's the kind of stuff that's crazy making, but you have to ask. So Wenatchee police contacted WSP again on Saturday with more info, and then an endangered missing person alert was issued. Now by Monday, you got to give kudos to this mom. Monday, June 2nd, yesterday, 2025. I know she just wanted to get the word out more. So Whitney Decker created this group, Missing Decker Girls Information Group. She was the admin on it. So Whitney was actually the admin on the group, and she created it herself. This was just yesterday, June 2nd, 2025. It was 4:39 p.m. Now, I don't think she's admitting it anymore, but at least we know it was her, the mom, and it's now called Remembering Peyton, Evelyn, and Olivia. I'll let you listen to the audio. Authorities found Travis's truck. It was around 3:45 p.m. yesterday near the Rock Island Campground. It was off of Icicle Road, and while they searched the area, they found the girls, their bodies, but Travis was nowhere to be found. So yeah, I've been calling out to Washington and talking to the records keeper, and I even gave to the GoFundMe. Generally, I know people don't necessarily like to promote GoFundMes because you never know if someone's scamming you, but my heart has just gone out to this mom so much. So far, last time I checked, the GoFundMe had just blown through the $50,000 goal, and it was up to nearly $100,000. I want to see what it is now. I just had to give. I'll put the link below. She's up to $173,645 because people are just, our hearts are going out to this mom to lose 3 children at once at the hands of their father. God help her, just give her the strength to go on, and Jesus just give her that supernatural strength, because I can't imagine, you can't imagine what she's feeling. and what she's been through and what she's probably, the warning she's probably put out. Anyway, Travis's military training, according to Fox 13's review of some of his social media accounts, Travis likely has advanced infantry combat training. So he has combat training. It says multiple Facebook and Instagram posts show Travis. He was allegedly an airborne paratrooper. He earned his elite ranger tab, meaning he has elite wilderness evasion and survival skills. So this plays into, his potential capture. Is he going to just like play a game and, hide and think it's like a game? Or anyway, another social media profile under his name claims he was qualified as an instructor at the U.S. Army's National Guard Warrior Training Center in Fort Benning, Georgia. So again, as of this filming, authorities are still searching for him. They don't know if he's armed, but if you see him, pay attention to these photos. He could look different. You could tell back, he had the military cut, of course, back in the day and looked different, and now he's a little more scraggly, but they're warning the public, don't approach him, just call 911. So I'm going to let you listen to, and we're going to talk about this audio coming up. And I hate it too, I got to give a caveat. Unfortunately, I hate having to watermark audio, but some crazy stuff has been going on with YouTube scammers just trying to use audio that I purchase or research or get via public records requests. This began years ago with the Summer Wells case. Unfortunately, another young girl still missing. It began years ago where, certain unscrupulous YouTubers will take the audio and start doing stuff, trying to use it to scam their viewers, basically. Now, I don't care. Anyone can just take the audio and react to it and all that stuff. That's why I never used watermarks for years. But unfortunately, what I saw started happening was people would take the audio and they would use it to start to lie to their viewers and misrepresent where they got it and try and get money out of their viewers because of it. For example, there's, audio I've purchased or taken hours to find and or edit. Sometimes it's more the time than the money, whatever it is. For example, like today, hours and hours and hours worth of trying to download all this audio, go through and just pick out the portions relevant to this case, which is what my viewers want. Sometimes they don't want to watch these 3-hour videos or what have you. They just give me just the facts. So what started happening, like even in the Lily and Jack case, and I hate all these cases, horrible, involving children. I might take days and days and days to go through audio, or like today, taking hours and hours and hours to go through, pick out the relevant audio, and then what, some unscrupulous YouTubers were doing, chomping at the bit. Let me download this from YouTube or from Patreon or wherever, and then they would go on their channels and lie and tell people, hey guys, my researcher has been working so hard to find you guys this audio, please give her some money, or, whatever, use it to their own lives and say, oh, give me all this super thanks. And in essence, they're scamming their viewers. They're not telling them where they got the audio. They're pretending they took days and days and days to find it and edit it, or hours and hours and hours. And it's simply not true. And I just wanted to prevent all of that scamming. And this has worked. So I'm adding the audio watermarks. It has helped to cut down on the lying of certain YouTubers and the misuse of the audio. So I notice now, instead of just taking this audio and claiming they worked so hard to obtain it and please give me money, and people don't know, because people don't know if it, especially if it's a larger YouTuber, which surprised me, but if it's a larger YouTuber taking it and, oh guys, my researcher worked so hard to find this for you, and for her to keep doing that, please give her money. And of course, trusting people like I trust this GoFundMe I just gave to is the right one and will be used, for maybe the girl's services or whatever. Sometimes you just give out of a heart to give, and you don't expect people to scam you. Anyway, it has helped. Adding the audio watermarks cut down on that kind of scamming. I hate to have to add them. You guys know I added them maybe starting last year with the Madeline Soto case, because that's when it started, the scamming and all that. And it's just sad to see. I've noticed after adding these audio watermarks, it's cut down on that scamming. And some of those same YouTubers are just telling their audience, just go listen to it on Broadcastify. They just... So in Broadcastify, if you want to get their archives. It costs a little bit of money, something like, I don't know, $30 every 6 months or something like that for the premium account. It's the time, you know, hours and hours and hours worth of audio and trying to listen, and I try and transcribe here. I'll tell you what you're about to hear. Picking out the portions related to the case you want to hear, that's the thing that takes so much time, and it does cost money. So I've downloaded those hours and hours and hours of audio rather, and I culled out the parts related to this case. What I'm finding, thankfully, is the ones who don't want to tell you guys, their viewers, the truth about where they actually got the audio. They just haven't been necessarily using it, or they use it begrudgingly and they're forced to tell the truth about where they got it. Instead of just going over to Broadcastify and doing their own research and everything, or actually literally getting their researcher to do what they claim their researcher is doing, they work really hard to separate out my audio watermarks. So it's making it a little bit harder for them to try and scam you guys, which is so sad, because to me, I just wanted to put out dispatch audio to tell viewers this is what's happening. The truthful YouTubers just use the audio and they're truthful about where they obtained it, and they're not lying and they're not scamming, trying to get money out of folks claiming they work so hard behind the scenes. So that's my little disclaimer about why I have to put all these audio watermarks in the audio. But it starts off with someone saying, "Can you call me? There's an emergency." This is when they found Travis's truck. I'm with K9. Is that HSI? That's Department of Homeland Security. Resources still available? Can you have them head that way? And they're like, it's en route. Plunder.
Overcom 032.
Audio.
Get on. Can you call me?
True crime audio.
Yep. Give me a few minutes. With emergency.
True crime audio.
Driving to cell now.
Can you send the IM instant message to everybody that you sent me? Someone saying I'm a long way from cell service. Should I continue or turn around? They're like, turn around, because this is the emergency. They're getting all hands on deck as soon as they found Travis's truck. I got an update from Captain Brian Chance. This is the Chelan County Sheriff's Office. I'm en route. In reference to the IM, can you give us the nearest milepost to turn? People were trying to find this place because it's farther out, you know. I'm trying to figure that out. Someone says 45 and I are closer. We're on Icicle Road right now. They were really close to the campground.
K5 Rivercom, can you send the IM to everybody that you sent me? K5. Do you know who that came from? I'll send it. Is that for K5?
Hey, I'm a long ways from cell service in North Fork, Union River Road. Should I continue or do I turn around?
Plunder.
Turn around.
Crime audio.
I got an update from Captain Chance. I'm en route.
Quick relaying. This is the first time I heard vehicles unoccupied, so Travis left his vehicle there. He could not see the campground. He's recommending a drone. There's air assets en route, so they were getting drones, helicopters. Could you work on calling night shift out? We have zero coverage. They were requesting staging at the Rock Island campground. We're passing 8 Mile campground now. You'll hear all of this.
K56 Rivercom. K56. I'm with K9. If that HSI resource is still available, you can head that way. It's en route. 56.
Charles Mary Sam, 5405. Be back on the road in Riverside Drive.
K5 Rivercom, reference EIM. Can you give us the nearest milepost to turn? I'm trying to figure that out. 45 and I are closer. We're on Icicle Road now. K40, Rivercom K5. K5. Slick relaying for K27, vehicles unoccupied. He could not see the campground. He's recommending a drone. And does he have a good place to stage?
5 to 5. There's an air asset route.
K5, 5 to 6. K6. Did you work on calling night shift out? We have 0 coverage. I'm completely out of cell service for probably 40 minutes. K5 Rivercom, can you put out a page night shift to come out now?
K5.
Also Rivercom, if you can notify 4 if he doesn't already know. K5 Rivercom, any update on the staging areas for incoming units?
Rivercom K5 in unit, K27 requesting stage at Rock Island Campground.
Audio.
Reach it.
39 Rivercom, we're past an 8-mile campground now.
Advise incoming units, the entrance to the Forest Service Road at Snow Lake, there's stop traffic, construction, they're letting people through, just come through slowly. All incoming units, turn your sirens off. Now, they probably didn't want to tip their hand to, Travis or the media. If Travis was still hanging out in the campground, who knows where he is. They were like, turn those sirens off.
All incoming units, turn sirens off.
Confirming all incoming units to turn their sirens off.
Audio.
K39, right.
Plunder.
Received all for all incoming units, turn sirens off.
Then they say, can you check with someone and see if he'd like me to respond with Starlink?
Can you check with 9 and see if he'd like me to respond with Starlink?
Received K6, Rivercom K9.
Audio.
K9, yeah, start this way just in case. Make sure that they stay out of the airspace directly over the site until we can get ready and set up since we have eyes on.
So yeah, you might remember seeing sometimes the Starlink in the sky. It looks like almost like a shooting star, the trail. I asked, and it says Starlink technology. It has satellite-based internet connectivity. It can be crucial in assisting with finding lost people or fugitives, apparently, especially in a remote or disaster-stricken areas. So that's probably why they're asking about Starlink. They'll ask about it twice. So it's saying K9 start this way just in case. Make sure they stay out of the airspace directly over the site. They don't say what site, so we can get ready and set up because we have eyes on, and you can't quite hear. It sounds like they have eyes on maybe the girls at that point. They were en route to the staging area. It says, have the helicopter go out of our airspace. We're not ready to make contact yet. Wouldn't want to give away our position. So I think at that point, they found the girls. They lost communications with K9. They're saying have 8 stage at Shatter Creek.
42 Rivercom en route to staging area.
Audio.
42.
To K25, have the helicopter go out of our airspace. We're not ready to make contact yet. We don't want to give away our position.
Copy. Hey, can you guys fly K25 K9? I think I've lost comms with them.
Rivercom K9.
K9.
25 advising he thinks he's lost comms with him.
K9. K9 Rivercom.
K9.
Have 8 stage at Shatter Creek.
K9, copy.
K9 to K5, how far are you out?
Cascade Ambulance, law enforcement requesting that you stage for an incident at Chatter Creek Campground, 2520 Icicle Road, requesting that you stage at Chatter Creek Campground, 2520 Icicle Road. You can call dispatch for further, 1629.
And then it says, find me the 911 all call, which can be like this emergency feature. I'm assuming they wanted to get it out to at least all law enforcement, perhaps what they'd found. There was a poor signal, but go ahead. They're telling K9, I believe the vehicle is unoccupied. They're telling them they probably have better access coming in from Westwood. It's kind of narrow in there. Once again, this is where he says, can you confirm you've secured the truck and working your way towards the water?
And a very poor signal. We'll go ahead.
1248, 1646.
Plunder.
And I believe the vehicle is unoccupied.
26 Overcom. They probably have better access coming in from Westwood. It's kind of narrow in here.
Received.
Plunder.
Can I confirm you secured the truck and working your way towards the water?
And I thought, oh no. And for your information, there's a Frank for Decker. It's confirmed, just entered. So Frank can refer to a hearing or a motion in a criminal case. And then later we hear really bad scratchy audio, and then you hear for murder. And then you hear activate SWAT and PC, probable cause for murder. So we know at that point they had found the girls, but not Travis.
K27, for information, there is a Frank for Decker. It's confirmed. It's just entered.
Activate SWAT as of come to our location. We have PC from murder.
K25, I copy. Activate SWAT and PC for murder.
It says night shift, they want you to respond immediately to the bridge at Rock Creek Campground. Now that is not the same campground. I got them confused a little bit. So that's not the one we're talking about, because they were talking about the bridge and I was like, wait a minute, the campground we're talking about is not Rock Creek, it's Rock Island Campground. So I had to go over that. So I think I might have taken that audio out because of course it's a lot of different calls going on at the same time. That's kind of where I put my notes. Chelan County Sheriff's Office has the probable cause affidavit. We'll see how soon I can get it. And the Wenatchee Police Department, they have the missing persons case portion, but she already told me they won't be releasing anything yet. But I'm asking for all releasable information or prior case info. And then they say someone was bringing Starlink. Do you know if that's set up yet? And then we got the Wenatchee PD detectives need a phone call ASAP.
Somebody was bringing Starlink. Do you know if that's set up yet?
Very broken. One more time.
K12. Somebody was bringing Starlink. Do you know if that was set up yet?
You're too broken. I can't understand you.
K6 Overcom, just on the north end. I'll be about 40 minutes.
K6. Copy. Wenatchee PD detectives need a phone call as soon as possible.
K6.
So it's like, get those detectives in here. Obviously, we found the girls. We got the probable cause for murder. We need to find this Travis guy. I hope they find him. I'll let you listen to all the rest of it. Thank you so much for understanding about the watermarks. I hate them too. I hate having to do it. I just hate the idea of someone just, you know, coming here trying to take the audio and misrepresent it and use it to try and, you know, buy me a coffee, do this, do that. Anyway, I just want to get the word out. This is what Travis looks like. Okay, they found his truck, but this is what he looks like. And I just hope he's found, and God help Whitney. What can you say? I don't know what branch of military. Did they say the Army? And what he went through. And anyway, I'm just going to close with John 20:21 through 22 before I play all this audio. Then Jesus said to them again, "Peace to you, as the Father has sent me, I also send you as my representatives." And when he said this, he breathed on them and said to them, "Receive the Holy Spirit." So I just noticed from different things, you just saw this cute pillows that had Olivia's name on it, like when she was a baby. And you saw this beautiful, beautiful home. And some of the photos on the wall, I don't know if they're Travis and Whitney or not. in happier times, but you think of this home being a place of love. And, you know, when did he go into the military? What did he experience to the point where he started experiencing all these mental health problems? I'm sure his wife probably divorced him because she just couldn't, you know, take the risk of having him around her daughters as much as she loved him. And then he's going all around the place, and then to still have to let them see their father. You know, it's just sad. Not all parents are trying to keep mom away from her kids or trying to keep dad away from her kids. Some people just know, like, this person needs help. This person shouldn't be around children. And unfortunately, it's like, look what happened. Okay, listen to the rest of this. It's not everything. I downloaded hours and hours and hours worth. It's just, I wanted to get this out today while he's still missing so people can see photos of him. They had a happy looking, beautiful home. Little Olivia's, you know, pillow, and I saw one of her pillows, Whitney's pillows, must have said, "Be still," like, be still and know that I'm God. I will be exalted. It's just sad. What can you do? That's why the GoFundMe is just getting so much money, because it's like, what can we do? We can say a prayer for Whitney to experience peace that passes all understanding right now. Say a prayer for the little girls who are already with Jesus, which is an outcome we didn't want. And say a prayer that Travis can be brought in, you know, and just face justice. I don't know, it's just sad. If anything, it could help someone else perhaps see the mental health troubles, especially after military. Like this one Uber driver I recently had, he experienced so much, he told me about, just going over to war. He was only like 18 or 19, and I just couldn't even imagine. He had PTSD, and he came home, and he's like in his 30s now, and I think he kind of stayed in the house for almost 10 years before now he's coming out doing Uber just to try and get that human connection. But I really prayed for him, and I'm praying for all men and women, especially who served us, but then saw some things that are just impacting their mental health negatively. I pray they can be healed. I pray for Whitney so much. And I always hate when it impacts children in this way. But we have to remember they are in heaven now. We can pray for their mom. We can pray for Travis to be found. I'll just leave it there. Of course, I'm still thinking of Jack and Lily's case out of Canada, and there haven't been many solid updates. I like to follow the solid stuff I can find from law enforcement, so maybe I'll do an update. I pray they're found too. There's so many cases. It gets so rough. Listen to the rest of this dispatch. I'll potentially listen to more of it maybe tomorrow and see if I can pick out anything, or once I get the paperwork or any videos from officials, you know, I'll let you guys know. But thank you so much for watching. Take care.
Plunder. 32.
Audio.
Get on. Can you call me?
True crime audio.
Yep. Give me a few minutes. With some urgency.
True crime audio.
Driving to cell now. Okay, 5 Rubicon, can you send the IM to everybody that you sent me?
K5. Do you know who that came from?
I'll send it. So for K5?
Hey, I'm a long ways from Belfort, North Fork, Indiana River Road. Should I continue or do I turn around?
Plunder.
Turn around.
Crime audio.
I got an update from Captain Chance on the route. K56 Rivercom.
K56.
I'm with K9. If that HSI resource is still available, you had to head that way. It's en route. 56.
Charles Mary Sam, 5405. Be back on the road in Riverside Drive.
Okay, 5 Rivercom, reference EIM. Can you give us the nearest milepost to turn?
I'm trying to figure that out.
45 and I are closer. We're on Icicle Road now.
K40. Over now, K5.
Okay, K5.
Swick relaying for K27, vehicles unoccupied. He could not see the campground. He's recommending a drone.
And does he have a good place to stage?
Checking.
25 to 5. There's an air asset route. K5. 5 to 6.
K6.
Can you work on calling night shift out? We have zero coverage.
I'm completely out of cell service for probably 40 minutes.
K5 Rivercom, can you put out a page night shift to come out now?
K5.
Also Rivercom, if you can notify 4 if he doesn't already know. K5 Rivercom, any update on the staging area for incoming units?
Rivercom K5 in unit, K27 requesting stage at Rock Island Campground.
Audio.
Reach it. 39 Rivercom, we're passing 8 Mile Campground now.
Advise incoming units that the entrance to the Forest Service Road at Snow Lakes is stopped traffic right now for construction, but they're letting them through. Just come through slowly.
K66-6007. Rivercom showing County has information. Snow Lakes has construction but will allow emergency vehicles past. K56 advises to drive slow.
All incoming units, can turn silence off.
Confirming all incoming units to turn their sirens off.
Audio.
K39, right.
Plunder.
Received off for all incoming units. Turn sirens off.
K6, can you check with 9 and see if he'd like me to respond with Starlink?
Received K6. Rivercom K9.
Audio.
K9, yeah, start this way just in case. Make sure that they stay out of the airspace directly over the site until we can get ready and set up, since we have eyes on. 42 Rivercom en route to staging area.
Audio.
42.
To K25, have the helicopter go out of our airspace. We're not ready to make contact yet. We don't want to give away our position. Copy. Hey, can you guys fly K25, K9? I think I've lost comms with them.
Rivercom K9.
K9.
25 advising he thinks he's lost comms with him.
K9. K9 Rivercom.
K9.
Have a stage at Chatter Creek.
K9, copy.
K9 to K5, how far are you out?
Cascade Ambulance. Law enforcement requesting that you stage for an incident at Chatter Creek Campground, 2520 Icicle Road. Requesting that you stage at Chatter Creek Campground, 2520 Icicle Road. You can call dispatch for further. 1629.
1K9 Rivercom, assign me the 911, I'll call him.
Audio.
1K9 1636.
And a very poor signal, we'll go ahead.
1K48 1646.
Plunder.
And I believe the vehicle is unoccupied.
26 Rivercom, they probably have better access coming in from Westwood. It's kind of narrow in here.
Received.
Plunder.
Can I confirm you secured the truck and working your way towards the water? K27, for information, there is a Frank for Decker. It's confirmed. It's just entered.
Activate Swat as of come to our location. We have PC from Plunder.
K25, I copy. Activate SWAT and PC for murder.
Go ahead.
Somebody was bringing Starlink. Do you know if that's set up yet?
Very broken. One more time.
K12. Somebody was bringing Starlink. Do you know if that was set up yet?
You're too broken. I can't understand you. K6 Rivercom, just on the north end. I'll be about 40 minutes.
K6. Copy. One NGPD detectives. Need a phone call as soon as possible.
K6.